Hi. Hi, Linda. Can you hear me? No. So coming to child's pose. I'm going to say good morning. So I've said good morning here. We're live. I'm on Zoom and I'm on Instagram. So good morning to everyone that's here and attend later. So this is my last Sunday morning class at the Sporting Club Mainline, which was formerly Mainline Health and Fitness. So it's a little, a little sad for me. I've been teaching this class for 15 years. So I was just saying to everyone here that lots happened in 15 years. I've learned a lot. So all that being said, let's let your third eye roll into your mat. Take a little side to side roll. Wake up that third eye. Good, so your third eye, your intuition, it settles in here. So awaken that. Exhaling. All right, we'll take one more breath here. Good, so head comes to stillness. Good, walk your hands to your right. Good, sink your hips to your left. Take a big breath in. Take a big breath out. And then just walk your hands the other way. There we go. Okay, one more breath on this side. Exhaling. Good, hands come back to center. Finally, good, come forwards. Good, onto your hands, your knees. Stretch one leg out at a time here. Good, I know you guys are in child's pose a long time there. Stretch that back heel, right back heel. Good, switch your legs. Knee comes down. Good, so we're going to tuck both toes and lift your both knees up off the ground. Hold there. Bring the biceps forwards. Push a little more forwards on your tiptoes. You're in this nice plank. Good, and let your knees and shins again touch down. Good, keep your toes in your tuck position. Good, you're going to lift your knees up and just stretch them back. Good, exhale, knees come down. Good, do it again, stretch back. Good, knees touch down. Good, one more time, stretch them back and just hold this one. Good, so you're going to stay up. Take another breath in your plank. And then pike your hips to the sky. Press your chest towards your thighs. You're in a downward facing dog. Stay right where you are. Good. And pedal your feet out here. So bend deep in the right knee. Stretch your left heel down to the mat. Good. Switch your legs. Good. Just walk it out like that. Good. Bend both of your knees. Tilt your sit bones up high to the sky. Good. Big stretch through your back. The fingers spread really wide here. Let your chest up through your arms. Good. Take one more breath in and out. As you exhale, look forwards. Good. And then take a big step with your right foot up to the front of your mat. Good. Come to your fingertips. Good. Sink that left knee down to the ground. Good. So you can take it right underneath your hip, then stretch your hands up towards the ceiling. All the way up. Good. See this side there. Okay. So we're going to engage the left glute. So squeeze that left butt cheek. Push your left hip forwards just a touch more. Stretch one more time, straight up. Good, and then grab your left wrist. Pull that left palm up to the ceiling and then reach over to your right. Good, straighten both arms. Go further. Back up to the ceiling. Good, arms stretch out in front of you. Tuck your chin around your spine. Come all the way down to the floor with your hands. Fingertips land on the ground. Tuck your left toes. Lift your left knee and shin. So you're going to hover that left knee and shin above the ground and try to push your hips backwards and straighten your right leg. Good. So it's a big stretch in your right hamstring. Pull the right toes up towards your shin. Good. Pull back through your right hip even more. Good. Let your elbows bend and your chest drop down towards your right thigh. Let your head relax. Find one more breath. Exhale. Shift back into your low lunge. Plant the palms. Good. Peel your right heel from the ground. Good. See if you can lift that right foot up quietly. Stretch it straight back to your plank. Good. Then up and back, downward facing dog split. Step straight up as big as you can. Try to touch the ceiling with your right tiptoe. Lift your left heel from the mat. One more. Biggest breath yet. As you exhale, sink your left heel down to the ground. Good. Square off your hips. Good. Look for your right tiptoes underneath you. Good. Take one more big breath here. You're going to turn your right foot all the way to the right. Your inner thigh is facing the ground. Turn your right leg to the right. Good. If your left arm bends, try to straighten it. Take one more breath here. Good. Exhale and come back to the center. Good. Just a little kick up. Good. And then step your right foot back up between your hands quietly. Good. Left foot will find your right foot. Forward bend at the top of your mat. Drop in. Good. Take a little bit of a bend in your knees as you roll your way up slowly. Let your arms hang to your sides. Good. Head rolls up, back, and around. Good. Arms stretched out to your sides. Good. Reach both arms up. A little bit of a back bend. Let's exhale, fold down forwards, and again, soften your knees. We're still warming our bodies up here to flow. Lift and lengthen. Good. Let your head drop down as you fold. Bend your knees. Step your feet just easily back to like a little bit of a plank, and then you're just going to take your knees right down to the mat. Good. So tuck your toes. But make sure you're not too close. Well, you'll see when you come up to your plank. Tuck your toes, and on your inhale, come up to a plank. So I'm too close with my feet to my hands. I have to stretch it back. Okay, so we're going to tap the knees down again on your inhale. Good. Lift them up. Exhale. Good. One more time. Tap them down just gently. Good. And lift them up and hold. Good. Again, so spin your biceps forwards. Another breath here. So lift your hips up and back. Good. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Exhale. Good. Inhale, take your left foot, reach it back behind you. To reach up more to the ceiling. One more breath here. Look forward. Good. Bend your knee. Good. Step your left foot up between your hands. Good. Hold here for just a moment. Good. Let's take that leg back. Find your plank pose. Good. Take your knees down to the ground for a moment. Good. Hands under chins. Good. Hold. Left leg goes back behind you. I can't quite figure out. I remember exactly. It's so nice. All right, let's lift those right toes, the right knee up, and move that left leg up. Good. Stretch back. Let's hold for a moment. Take another breath in. We're gonna pull that right knee in towards our nose. Good, step your foot up between your hands. Let your right knee and shin just touch down gently to the ground. Good, both arms will reach up. So left knee forwards, yeah, left foot forward. Good, reach straight up, try to lift up off your hips. Good, squeeze the right glutes. Good, quick warm or reaching straight up. And as you exhale, you're gonna grab onto your right wrist with your left thumb and forefinger, press that right palm up and reach over to your left. Good, again. Engage the right butt cheek, reach just a little further. Keep your arms straight, take one more breath. Exhale, inhale back to center. Good, come forwards, round your upper back. Let your hands release down to the floor. Good, inhale, so you're gonna lift, keep your right toes tucked. Then you're gonna lift your right knee up off the ground. Good, and then just shift your hips backwards. Pull those left toes up towards you. Good, let your chest drop through your arms towards that left leg. One more. Yeah. Good. Inhale, shift your weight forwards. Keep your right knee lifted. Palms go flat. Then lift your left heel off the ground. Try to lift that left foot quietly. Stretch it straight back. Find your plank pose. Good, but not all the way to plank. One-legged plank, and then pike your hips up and back. Downward dog split. Good. Stretch those left toes all the way up this time. Good. Lift your right heel off the ground. Fingers spread wide. One more. Reach, reach, reach. Good, square off your hips as you exhale. Good, try to sink your right heel down to the ground. Look underneath, you see your left tiptoes. One more breath, and then turn your left toes to the left. Inner thigh faces the ground. Take your left leg left. Good, straighten through that right arm. One more. Good, inhale, take it back to center. Give it a nice kick up. Look forwards, good. Quietly try to step that left foot up between your hands. Right foot finds your left foot. Good, forward bend, top of your mat. Good, take your time here. You're gonna roll your way up to standing. Shoulders roll back and around. Keep your hands up towards the ceiling. Good breath in. Bring your hands down to heart center. Good, just pause for a moment. Exhale. One more breath here. Arms release onto your sides. Stand up nice and tall. Stretch both hands up. Inhale. Exhale, folding down forwards. Good, lift and lengthen. Inhale. Good, exhale, plant your palms. Walk or jump your way back. Good, you're gonna just flow through sun salute. Good, upward dog. Heart lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, now breathe here in your down dog. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. 3. 4. Find one more breath. Big breath in. Good. Exhale, 5. Look forwards. Walk or float your feet to the front of your mat. Good. Hanging down. Inhale. Good. Deep bend in your knees. Utkatasana, chair pose. Stretch both hands to the sky. Good. Lift the heart. Put those shoulders down. Put your belly in. Just one more breath. Good, straight through the legs, straight job. Fold your way down. Good, lift and lengthen. Forwards, plant your palms, bend your knees, good, walk, jump. So if you're jumping, try to jump into bent elbows, right into that chaturanga, lift up. Good, downward dog. Good. Let's slide the left foot just a little closer to your right foot. And try to sink your left heel down towards the mat and then reach your right leg all the way up. Good. Find that big reach, but as you reach as high as you can, keep your left heel rooted. Bend your right knee. Open up here. Good. So right knee facing the ceiling. Good. Left arm straight. Right shoulder. Good. even with left, so maybe lift the left shoulder up or drop the right shoulder down. Take it one more time. Inhale. Exhale, and then curl your leg in, lift your left heel up off the ground. Hug that right thigh to your chest. Bring your nose and your knee to touch. We're gonna stay here. So you're in a plank position. Good. You can lift your head a little bit, look more between your thumbs. Good. Lower your knee and shin towards the floor. Good. When you pull it up, move your upper back a little bit. Keep your left leg strong. Lower that knee and shin. Good. And you're pushing up out of your shoulders a little. One more. Good. And pulling up. Good. And then just take your leg back up and down. To downward facing dog. Good. And as you exhale, you're going to again step it forwards. This time land your foot between your hands. Left heel, left knee raise. Arm stretch forwards, and we'll hold right here. Good. Right, so you're reaching long out in front of you. Good. Looking down over your right big toe. Okay, one more. Good. Hook your thumbs when you're out here. Good. Stretch your hands up towards the ceiling. Try to pull your thumbs apart when you reach up. Keep your arms close to your head. You drop your shoulders. Lift your heart. Spread your fingers wide. One more. So you're going to release out of this grip. Just kind of slide into the wrist grip. Press that left palm back to the ceiling. Then pull back over to your right side. So you were here before. Then squeeze that left butt cheek that we talked about when our knee was down. One more. Reach as far as you can. Good. You're coming back up to the ceiling. You're coming out in front of you. Round your back a little bit. Hold here. Hands release down to the floor, but lightly. Good. Bend your back left knee like we did earlier, and then turn to straighten your right leg. Good. Go back to that right hip. Good. Coming into a wide pyramid pose. Straighten your back left leg as well. Sink your left heel down to the ground. A little angle on that foot. Pull deeper. Point your right toe to the floor now. Press your palms perhaps down. Good. One more breath. Exhale, spin your left heel to the ceiling. Bend into your right knee, move your right hand inside your right foot. Good. Step your right foot back to meet your left foot. They're touching. Spin your heels right. Take your left arm up. Vashisthasana, stay and breathe. Nice. One more here. All right, so you're going to look down, keep your left arm reaching, take your left foot away from your right foot, so they're separated. Spin into a plank with your left arm stretching forwards. Shift forwards, maybe lift right leg. Good. Take your foot down, take your hand down. Good. I can move just a little onto my mat. Slide your feet to touch. Spin your heels left. Make sure your left hand is underneath your left shoulder. Take your right arm up and breathe. Whew. Now lift out of the left shoulder. Good. We're going to float the right leg up off the left. Good. Look forwards. Good. Step your right foot up to the front of your mat. You're in a twist. Right arm stretching up. Good. Start to unweight this left hand. Good. Come all the way up. Good. Find this back right leg, or left leg, I'm sorry, with your right hand. Good. Reach your left hand up and reach back. Nice. One more prayer twist. Left arm across your right thigh. Open that palm. Right hand lands on top of your left palm. Press them together. Thumb into your sternum. Good. You're welcome to open your arms here. Good. Half bind. Good. Full bind. Keep the back left leg engaged. Try to look over the right shoulder perhaps. Good. Keep the hips even. One more breath. Wherever your arms are, keep them. Perhaps. Good. Look down to your right big toe. Step your left foot forwards. Good. You're coming up on your left foot. Good. So your right leg will lift. Your right leg lifts as you come up. Good. So you can hold onto the outside of your right thigh with your left hand. Good. You can hold onto your foot. Reach your right hand back if you want. Good. One more breath here. Good. And we're going to bend the right knee. It's out. Good, release, oh, we have a commercial. Release your right foot to the ground and just find a forward bend. Drop your head, good, stay right there. Good, grab onto your elbows, take a little sway side to side, notice which arm is in front. Make sure you have some space in front of you. Release your hands to the floor. Good. So you can bring your big toes to touch and even heels to touch. That's how I like to start my crow. Good. They can be apart as well, your feet. Good. Everyone knows the option here is just coming down into a nice yoga squat. Good. So crow or Lakasana or Malasana. Crow or squat. You're trying to straighten the arms, pull your heart forwards, your gaze is forwards, heels lift. One more breath. Good, and walk or jump your way back. Good, flow through vinyasa. I'll meet you in your downward dog. Good. All right, breathe here. Exhale it out. One more. Good, slide your right foot closer to your left foot. Reach your left leg up towards the ceiling. Good, right heel sinking down to the ground. Bend your left leg, you can flex your left foot. Again, shoulders are even here. One more breath. And then come forwards, round your back. Good. You're gonna hug that left knee up into your chest. Good, your knee comes forwards to touch your nose and your forehead. Stay here. Good, now lower your left knee and shin towards the ground. And pull them back up, pull it back up. Good, and again, lower down. Good, and pull it up. Super strong right leg, last one. Good, lower down, pull it up, take it back and up. There's just a breath in your down dog. Split, inhale, and then come forward. Land your foot quietly between your hands. Back right knee is lifted, arms stretched forwards out in front of you. Take a moment here. Settle into your warrior mindset. One more, and then we come all the way up. So, hook your thumbs. And we did it down there. As you hook your thumbs, start to pull them apart, stretch your fingers wide. Go ahead and engage that back right glute. Good. Hold here. So you're stretching up. Good. Now grab onto your right wrist with your left thumb and forefinger. Press that right palm to the ceiling. Good. Now reach over to your left. Straighten both arms. Good. Again, back right leg super strong here. Good. Left arm straight. Pull yourself 1 inch further to the left. Good. And then inhale your way up. Good. Exhale, come out in front of you. Tuck your chin. Round your back. Enjoy that stretch in your upper back. And then release your hands gently down to the floor. Bend your back right knee so that knee hovers from the ground. Stretch back through your left hip. Toenails pull up towards shin. Inner thigh spins to the ground. The left quadricep strong. One more with your bent right knee. Good, exhale, and then start to straighten your back right leg. Good, turn that right foot down on a slight angle. Palms perhaps go flat. Left toes start to find the mat. Elbows bend and soften, head drops down. Wide pyramid pose. One more breath, just like this. Enjoy that stretch to your left hamstring. All right, let's lift the head. Nice job. Left hand moves inside your left foot. Good, bend into your left knee. Good, so you have both hands down for now, for a moment. Step that left foot back. But make sure your hand is not like too far to your right. Make sure it's under your shoulder. Good, spin your heels left. Right arm stretches up towards the ceiling. Good, hold your Vajradhana, your side plank pose. Up. So you can take any variation on this pose that you like. If you've been here already. One more breath. And as you come out of it, you're gonna lift your right foot, you're gonna step your right foot wide of your left foot. Take yourself forwards into a plank with your left arm down, right arm reaching. Make sure your hips face the ground before you lift your left leg up. And then go ahead, hold it, breathe. Good. Foot and hand come down. Good, your feet touch. Spin your heels right. Reach your left arm up. Side plank pose. Good. Nice, and then when you're ready, left leg can lift. Toes. One more breath. Looking down, good, left foot steps forwards. Good, left hand reaches up into a twist. Good, good. Good, lean back. Good, try to unweight the right hand. Good, strong legs coming up. And so even the effort in the legs, reach your left hand to the back of your right leg. Right hand reaches up and back. Nice. Reach just a little further. And as you exhale, come out of it. Right arm across your left thigh, palm open wide. Left hand lands on top of your right palm, pressing together. It comes into your sternum. Get any arms you like. You can open wide. Wrap your left arm behind you. Tuck that right arm underneath if you want. One more breath, and wherever you are, you're going to try to stay with your arms to some level. Look down at your left big toe. Step your right foot forwards to the front of your mat. Good, pour the weight into your right leg. Start to lift that left leg. Good. Take one more breath. Good, and let's just release out of it slowly. Forward bend. Drop down. Grab your elbows, other arm in the front. Little sway, side to side. One more breath in and out. Exhale, release your hands to the mat. Good, second crow. Maybe it's a tripod. Good. Maybe a headstand, which you won't stay too long, but if you go down, you have some time. Good, so choose what you'd like to practice. Nice. Good. Good. So when you're ready, you're going to work your way out of your pose safely. Good. I'll meet everyone in downward facing dog. No. Good. One more. Oh, exhale. Slide your left foot a little closer to your right foot. Reach your right leg up towards the sky. Good. All the way up. Bend your right knee. Sink that left heel down to the mat. Right knee to the ceiling. Good. One more. Curl it all the way in. Good. Right knee finds your forehead this time. No doubt on this one. Good. Left leg strong. Hold it here. Now take your right knee, swing it out to the outside of your right arm. Good. Bring it back into your forehead. Take it to your right arm, just your right arm. Good. Forehead. One more. Forehead. Down dog. Split. Oh, it's like a vacation here. And then step your right foot forwards. Left heel spins down flat this time. Both arms reach up. Good. And hold. So find some length on your mat. Your hips are warm. You bring that left hip forwards. As you draw back to the right side. Still left glutes engaged. And grab onto your right wrist. Press that right palm or left palm to the ceiling. And pull over to your right side. And try to keep the right hip pulling back. To the arch of the inner left foot lifting here. One more. Exhale, inhale back to center. Open your arms wide, warrior two. Turn your left foot just a little left. But maybe even walk it longer. Good. If you feel like you're leaning to your right, check in. You want your shoulders over your hips. So it doesn't feel like all the weight's in your right leg. Good. If you have a sliding mirror, tuck that right sit bone underneath you. You can see it. Flip your right palm. Good. Reach it up, reach it back. Be big here. Good. Your hands are going to meet behind you. Good. Up at your shoulder blade area. Good. If they don't actually meet, that's okay. Just bend both elbows. Hands looking for the center of your back. Good. If you have it, reach a little further back now. One more. Big stretch in your right tricep down to your right rib cage. Good. Keep this nice openness. Just come forwards. Good. Release your right arm to your thigh. Left arm across your left cheek. Good. So classic extended side angle. You can reach that right hand down to the floor if you want. Good. You can find your half bind. You can find your full bind. Roll that left shoulder back. So we twisted. It was like a twisting bird of paradise before. Good. Look down to the floor. Good. Maybe walk your left foot in. We'll face to the front of the mat when you take your posture. Good. Step your left foot forward when you're ready. Pull your weight into your right leg. Good. You're pulling up on that right leg. Good. Once you're up, open your knee to your right. Good. And once you like, extend. Back to the left shoulder. One more breath. Good. You're bending. Good. You're softening, putting your right foot down. Good. Try to step back this time into your warrior. Good. You can release your hands if you like first. Good. Left arm up. Good. Come up to warrior two. Good. Flip your right palm. Radiate. Exhale. Two hands down to the floor. Good. Spin your left heel to the ceiling. Straighten both legs. Good. You might want to put your fingertips on the ground. Feel those right toes from the ground. Pull back through your right hip. Strong legs. One more breath. Good. And soften right knee. Plant palms. Bend right knee. Put your right foot. Take it back. Find a plank pose and hold. Good. Hold. We're going to tuck the right foot into your left leg somewhere for like a tree looking like in your plank. Bend your elbows. Good. Come straight up. Good. Let's try just one more time. Left leg strong. Good. Come straight up. Good. Up and back. Down dog split. Good. Right foot down to the mat. Nice job. Downward facing dog. Good. Take your feet as wide as your mat. Come forwards into a plank pose. Good. Lift your left foot up off the ground. Take your right hand to touch your left shoulder. Just hold here and breathe. And let's switch. Right hand down, left foot down wide. Good. Right hand lifts. Left hand lifts. Right leg lifts. 2 and 1. Good. And bring it down. Step it out of it. Good. Bring your feet regular. Take a chaturanga if you want. Happy and free. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Exhale. Slide your right foot closer to your left foot. Reach your left leg all the way up. Bend your left knee. Flex your foot. Sink your right heel down to the ground. Another one. Good. You're curling in. You're bringing your left knee forwards towards your forehead. Right leg needs to be helping you here. So keep it in. Good. Now take your left knee to your outer left arm. Good. Bring it back to center. Good. Outer left arm. Good. Back to center. One more time. Good. Back to center. Down dog split. Take that little quick vacation. Inhale. Left foot steps forwards. Right foot down flat. Warrior one. Good. Come up off your hands. Stretch both hands up towards the ceiling. Be nice and long here in your warrior. The right glute still engaged. Nice. Grab onto that right wrist. Push your right palm to the ceiling. And then reach over to your left. Good. Both arms straight. As far as you can. One more. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Open wide for warrior two. Good, take time to open that right foot, maybe walk it longer. Good, left knee open, but left butt cheek sit bone tucked underneath you. Flip your left palm, reach up, reach back. Reach your hands apart for one moment, and then bend your elbows. Good, so just looking for your hands behind your back. Good, no judgment. Just breathing, doing what's best for you today. Let's lengthen through that left side. Now keeping this length here on your left side, come forwards, let your left arm find your leg, and then slide your left hand perhaps to the floor, right arm across your right cheek. Parvakonasana. Good, reach through. Hips even. Good, right arm behind you if you want, half bind. Good, full bind. Crown of the head stretching forwards over the left foot, and the chin kind of looks over the right shoulder. Take one more breath here in your warrior. Exhale, twist. And then coming into your version of bird of paradise. So you're gonna walk your right foot forwards. Or weight into your right foot. Now, a little tip here. If your hands are like way down your leg here, pull them up towards your waist. Good, and that helps give you a little space. And using your left arm to help you open. Final breath wherever you are. Good, straighten that right leg. Good, and then soften. Good. So release. You can come out of the bind if you like as you come down. Oh. Good, and then step your right foot back regardless if you're in the bind or not. Put your back into your extended side angle, and then inhale your way up, warrior two. Good, flip your left palm. Good, radiate your warrior, stretch up, stretch back. Exhale, two hands down to the floor. Good, cartwheel your hands. Good, you're gonna spin or straighten our left leg. Good, so you're in this wide pyramid pose once again. Put the left toes up toward your shin. Fold into your left leg. Back to the left hip. Nice. One more breath here. Fold down, exhale. And then inhale, lift your way up. You're gonna plant the palms. Good, right leg strong, lift your left foot up. Good, take it into a plank, but then you're really just coming into tree. So tuck that left foot into your right leg and hold. Good, big breath in. Good, bend your elbows, exhale. Good, inhale straight up. Good, exhale, bend, one more time. Good, inhale straight up. Good, exhale, good, lift your hips up and back. Good, downward facing dog. Just place that left foot on the ground now. Okay, let's breathe here. Exhale. Good, step wider with your feet. Come forwards with your weight. Good, lift your right foot off the ground. Take your left hand towards your right hip this time underneath you. Good, make sure you're breathing. Left hand down, right foot down wide. Last time, left foot up, right hand underneath you. Left hand over your shoulder. Bring it down, chaturanga. Inhale. Woo. Exhale, down dog. All right, breathe in and out. Your knees are bent. Walk or jump your feet to the front of your mat. Leg down, fold forwards. Good. Inhale, we're gonna bend the knees a lot for Utkatasana, chair pose. Good. Settle into some stillness here for a moment. One more. Bend the elbows. Put your arms back. Good. Lift the heels. Spread your fingers again up, nice and wide. But maybe sit down a little bit lower once your heels raise. Squeeze the knees together. Good. One more. Good job. Exhale, lower your heels, straighten your arms, reach your hands out, press your palms. Exhale, fold down. Good. Lift and lengthen. Don't go anywhere. Just exhale, fold forwards. Good. Roll back up to standing. Arms stretch above you. Good. Only your right hand comes down. Find your right ankle. Tuck your right foot into your left leg. Open that right knee. Good, both hands come up. Grab your right wrist right away. Press your right palm to the sky. Stand up tall. Like you're in mountain pose and tree pose at the same time. Reach your hands to your left. Pull your right knee to the right. Press down to the left heel without gripping the toes. One more. Good, and come back to center. Great job. Good. Bring your hands down to your sides. Good. Release your foot, fold forwards, drop your head. Good. Lift and lengthen. Good. Exhale, simply fold down, bend your knees, and step your left foot back to a lunge. Good. Palms flat on the ground for just a moment. Spin your left foot down flat. Good. We're going to take the left hand up. Good. Into that side angle pose, and then straighten through your right leg. Good. So we're going to do this two ways. I want you just to see how it feels like this. Good. So coming from side angle into triangle. Take a couple more back breaths. Soak it in. Exhale, one more. Good. Bend your right knee. Exhale. Good. Inhale, come up to warrior two. Good. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Good. Reach over your right leg. Reach, reach. Right hand down, left hand up. Good. Find your Trikonasana once again. Good. Does it feel different coming into it this way? So, inhale, noticing. Good again. Out judgment. Lean back. Try to stretch your mat apart with your feet. Final breath here, wherever you are with your arms. Good. Exhale. Bring both hands down to the floor. Spin your left heel to the ceiling. Good. Let's take a twist at first. It sounds good. And then we'll do the split part. Reach back with your right arm. Inhale. And exhale. Two hands down. In fact, let's take both hands down inside your right foot. Lower your back left knee and shin to the ground. Good. We're going to reach both hands up. We didn't really need to take them inside. Find those goalpost arms. Good. Round your back here. Bring your elbows in. And then open. Good. Do that two more times. Now squeeze your left glutes the whole time. Like the whole time your elbows are touching and not touching. One more. Round. Good. And open. Good. So stay open for just one more moment. And then bring your hands down to the floor. Exhale. All right. Let's push our hips backwards. You've been here many times now. It's usually with this left knee lifted, which you could go to again. You could keep it down. You could stretch your right foot further in front of you. Left leg further back. Use a block underneath the right hamstring or underneath both hands. And try to make sure, and most importantly, that you're breathing the whole time here. Nice. Inhaling. Exhaling. Right thigh. Check out your right leg. Can you engage it? Bring your left hip forwards just a little bit more. Look down the right leg, the right pinky toe. Pull that in towards your shin. Good. And then lastly, take a big breath in and dial your left rib cage forwards and a little to your right and pull down. Exhale. Good. We're going to inhale our way up. Good. Let's bring the hands inside the right leg. It's good practice. Tuck your left toes. Unless I kick something over here. Lift your left knee up off the ground. And we're going to bend the right leg. Keep it off the ground. Now it's up and back. Down dog split. Widen your hands. Good. Nice. You can move anything around here, any direction that sounds good to you with your leg. And of course, child's pose is always available. When you're ready, 2 feet down into the mat, downward facing dog. And again, either stay here for the vinyasa, sounds nice. Good, flow through that. All right, we're gonna breathe. Exhaling. Good, look forwards, good. Step your feet up to the front of your mat. And fold your way down in half. Good. You could toss them up to your pose. Both hands up. Good. Bend your elbows once again. Hand open the fingers. Lift your heels from the ground. Squeeze your knees together. Pull the shoulders back and hold. Inhale. Exhale. Okay. One more breath. Good. Lower your heels. Straighten your legs. Reach your arms up. Good. And exhale. Fold down in half. Good. Lift and lengthen. Don't jump back. Just soften knees and step your right foot back into a lunge. Inhale. So we're going to take our left hand inside your foot and take your right hand up. And just find that, swing your right foot down flat. Find that side angle pose. Good. And then start to straighten. Go through your left leg. Back into your left knee. Good. Inhale, coming back up into warrior two, or coming into warrior two. Good, and then straight to the left leg. Good, reaching over your left leg this time. Reach, reach. Good, and when you're ready, left hand down. One more right here. Open, open, open. So before we exhale, your inhale, come down. So before we move on, let's step your right foot forward at first. Good, nice and easy, fold down. Let's take our tree first. That's important to start with that. Okay, reach both hands up. Good, keep your hands reaching. Just your left hand will come down to your side. Good, grab that left foot. Put the left foot into where you like. And then when your left hand comes up, you're going to grab your left wrist with your right thumb and forefinger. Bring that left palm up and over. To your right. It's a strong right leg. Turn it with that left knee, reaching left. Find space to the right side of your body if it's kind of crunching down. One more. Good. Nice, and then inhale your way up, steady. Good. Release your hands for each leg. Good. Let that arm and the leg release down to your sides. Good. Let's just pause here. Inhale, exhale. And we're going to kind of jump into where we left off there at the when we forward bend. So let's inhale up and exhale, fold down. Ooh, yeah, pull out of that. Inhale. Good. Look forwards. And again, we'll just step the right foot backwards. Good. So we did our first triangle. Good. And then we'll take our second triangle as well, correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so let's spin now into our split setup. So before we do our split, we'll lower that back right knee and shin down. Good, hands come up. Good, open your arms once again into that goal post. Good, make sure your right glutes engaged. So let's bring our elbows in and touch and round a little bit. And then open, exhale. And again, inhale. And then round and open. Nice, final. And then open, exhale. Bring your elbows down. Your hands will release down to your floor, and your left foot. And again, you can tuck your right toes, lift your knee from here. Shift back like we've been doing. Then you keep that right knee down and shift back. Slide your left foot more forwards. Ananasana. Just breathing. Full time. Pull the left hip back more, depending kind of like where you are. You look down, so those left pinky toes, pull those more into your shin. And lastly, spin your right ribs a little more forwards and down towards that left inner thigh, and perhaps even fold. One more. Then you're coming up. All right, both hands inside your left leg, right toes tucked. Then lift your right knee, swing that left leg back behind you. Good, widen it a little bit. Take your hands wider, good low push up. Upward dog, or lifting. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great job, big breath here. And out. All right, look forwards, walk or float your feet to the front of your mat. Good, fold your way down in half. Good, let's take a forward bend here. So a couple choices, you can go wider with your feet, hook up your big toes, slide your palms underneath, get your wrists stretched out a little bit. Good, maybe keep your feet close together. You wrap your arms around your legs behind you. You grab your heels. Your face is in towards your legs, more or less, and you're trying to rock your weight forwards. Picking up on your space through the neck even here. Find one more breath. And then release whatever grip you have there. Then take your time, roll your waist slowly upright. Shoulders up, back, and around. Arms stretch up. Good, keep your left hand reaching, take your right hand down, find your right foot, second tree pose. Any arms you like here in this tree. Moving adjustment here. So any hands you want, or any arms. Good. Great. One more. All you're going to do is slide your right foot to your left. So lift it out of the leg and then cross it over your left thigh. Good. Reach your hands forwards as you sit down into a chair. Feel that nice stretch in your right hip. Good. Keep reaching your arms forwards. Pretend you have a third right hand that's pushing down on your right knee. Flex your right foot, push your heel to the left side of your mat. Reach 1 inch further forwards, look down. Good, hands will reach as far forwards as you can. Good, if you can touch the floor, good, let them touch down. Good, and get your palms down, let them touch down. Good, start to curl your right toes around your left tricep. Good, keep going, maybe. Shift your weight more forwards, lift your left tiptoes. Pull your foot into your hamstring and then stretch it back behind you. Then lift your left leg, 3, 2. Great job out there. Okay, bring it back in, retrace. Woo. Okay, back in your figure 4. Good, hands to heart center, stand up tall. Good, straighten both, just your left leg, I'm sorry. Take your left hand to your hip, take your right hand to the ceiling, uncross your right leg, Take it down on a 45, not too far back. Rotated triangle, reach up and out. Reach. Level out those hips. Good, so now even warmer. But really try to square those hips up. Right hip lifts even with left, or left hip drops. Think about it. Stack your left over your right shoulder, long deer. One more breath. Good, float into balance here. So look down, move your right hand over to underneath your shoulder, and then just lift your right leg up off the mat. Push it back behind you and twist. Exhale. Good, nice. Good, look down, left hand down. Switch your sides, or not really switch your side, but switch the way you're facing. Left hand down, right hand comes up. Stacking right over left now. Flex into that foot, trying to keep your foot in line with your hip. Maybe looking up to the right hand. Maybe even unweighting the left. 3, 2. Good. And when you're ready, 2 hands will come down to the floor. Square your hips up. Good. Give your right toes just a little kick up towards the ceiling, and then bring the right foot down to meet the left foot. Forward bend. Just one breath. Yes. Good. Take your time. You're rolling up the standing. Good. Arms open wide. Stretch them up. Good. Right hand will stay. Left hand comes down to your side. Grab your left ankle, left foot to right leg, open. Any arms you like. Close. Strong, stand your right leg, one more here. And you're gonna just wiggle your left foot, or you're gonna lift it up, slide it over the right leg so your ankle is hanging off your thigh. Reach your hands forwards and sit down into a chair. It's a tailbone pulling back, fingertips reaching forwards. Good, left knee trying to be in line with your left shoulder. Flex that left foot, feel to the right side of the room. Good, reach a little further, sit 1 inch lower. Good, so this will all help you get into the arm balance. Reach your fingertips out on the ground. Good, palms go flat. Good. I have to always move my left knee more left to get my toes around my right arm. It's probably the length of my shin bone, I guess. Shift your weight forwards, pull that right heel to the buttock. So first compact, right, is easier to get up, and then you can start to stretch your right leg out. 3, 2, good, and we'll just retrace. Right foot down. Good, so walk your hands back. You're staying in your figure 4. Good, hands to heart center this time. Good, stand up tall. Straighten the right leg. Good, left hand or right hand to hip. Is that right? Left hand stuck behind you. Good, square it up. Rotated triangle. Let me start in front of you. So just like we did in that second triangle setup, you're reaching as far as you can, and then you're swiveling at your waist. Stretch the mat apart with your feet. One more breath with 2 feet down. Exhale, look down. Left hand under left shoulder. Left foot lifts. Lift right here from your left glute and hamstring. Twist to the right, the upper body, stepping right over left. The ear, shoulders. One more. So bring right hand down, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Right hand to floor, left hand comes up. Look up the screen. There you go. Good, so again, flipping on with your heel. Just maybe flip that right hand from the ground, or even look up. One more. 2 hands down when you're ready. Good. Kick your left toes up. And then bring your left foot down to meet your right foot. Forward bend. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Walk your hands forwards. Walk your feet back. Sure that moving that hands forward, depending where you were. Just come into a plank pose. Tip forwards. Hold. Good. Bring left foot and right foot to touch. Back of your mat. Good. Hold here. So we did underneath, we did out to the side. This is your last core, like plank pose, core work. Bring your right knee to your left elbow, take it back. Left knee to right elbow, take it back. Now just keep moving. Try to keep your shoulders over your wrists. Sorry, Frank. That's you. Okay, so Instagram, good. You guys have 3 more. I mean, everyone has 3 more, not just Instagram, 2. No sentence. Good, when you're done your at least 5 or 6 sets on each side, you're gonna hold your plank and then pike your hips to the sky in a downward facing dog. All right, so let's take our knees down. Take them out wide. Take your big toes to touch and just shift into a child's pose for just a couple breaths. Good, so I'm gonna take a moment just to talk. There's not a first one. Okay. So Instagram, you're gonna shut off in like less than a minute. I will try to save it real quick to IGTV, and I will restart my Instagram video, so hopefully we can all finish together. So if you want to stay with me, awesome. If you don't, you're done. It's an hour, I get it. We'll be done in about 10, 15 minutes total here in class. Okay. All right, let's tuck your toes, lift up to downward facing dog. Awesome job. Good. Stretch your right leg up to the sky. Take a bend in your knee. You're going to bring your right knee forwards, coming into pigeon pose. Again. So we're in pigeon pose or some sort of variation on pigeon. And so a variation on pigeon, what would that be? You're either laying on your back or sitting in the figure 4 position. You could be cradling the leg with your arms, sitting or also laying down. And then notice what you are feeling here in your pigeon pose. So the hips hold a lot of emotions. Let it go. Exhale. Just a couple more here. Enjoy. So we're going to make the transition simple. So if you're sitting or laying down in that figure 4, you're just going to release, stretch your legs out and switch. But if you're in pigeon, then you're going to just lift up into a plank, take your right leg back and your left leg forwards. With the right knee come down to the ground. Toes out long, hands can reach out forwards when you're ready. You're going to kind of notice here, maybe this side is a totally different feel. Through the hip, through the knee, whatever it is. So next Saturday will be the last yoga class in the room on Halloween, which by the way is my favorite holiday, even more than Christmas. And I'll be teaching. Not streaming. I'm not streaming. So if you want to come to class, you got to come here. Come in class. Couple more breaths here.
Tasha, what's your Instagram?
Tasha person 12. It's all lowercase. Person 12.
Carson?
Carson. Carson, like Johnny. Good. And then you're coming up and out of it. Hands down to the ground. Good. You're lifting up. I tried to be like Tasha, the person 1 or 2, and they were taking one. So I heard they on the 12. So I was like, I'll just go to 12, and that one was open. So it was very cool. All right. So lift up out of your whatever hip opener it is. You're going to come into a down dog. All right. So since we just did our left side, let's start with that side. You're going to bring your left foot forward enough to put your left foot all the way flat on the ground. You're kind of just, it's not really, I'm not trying to get you to work. It's just more stretch. Your right foot's tucked behind your left foot, and you're pushing back through your left hip. So it's like all the way to your left leg, but it's really coming out of your hands, pushing backwards. 3, 2. Good. And then we'll just switch. So now your right foot's going to glue down to the ground, all the way down to your heel. So bring it forward so you can do that. Press. Drop back to the hip on that right leg. 3, 2. Good. And 1. Good. Walk your hands and feet to the middle of your mat. Soften your knees. If you're in the room with me, you roll your way up to standing. Let me just see. Okay. Everyone's going to, so you can face that way if you want. You guys are going to turn and face the trees, please. Final tree pose here, standing up. I know. What? Bring your right foot to your left leg. Find a tree to look at if you can, if you're at your home. So this class on Instagram, when I posted it, I had a bunch of trees. It started off with a very interesting tree, which I noticed on the story that I posted. Some people only looked at the first tree. They didn't look at all my beautiful trees that I posted. It's kind of a spooky first tree. So reach up, nice. Explore. One more breath on this side. And then just let your hands, let your foot come down. Switch to your other leg when you're set, no rush. Like Leah said yesterday, if you could all just sort of stay this color, that'd be cool. Get used to them. Keep stretching, keep being tall, lengthening. One more. Exploring, good. And then your hand, your foot release when you're ready. Good. And just slowly work your way back to the front of your mat. Staying in mountain pose in stillness. Eyes open or closed or somewhere between. Take a breath in. Tuck the tailbone, draw through the belly. Good. Stretch both hands up. Perhaps you're calling your mantra or your intention for your practice this morning. Exhale, fold forwards in half. Soften your knees if that feels good. Lift and lengthen here. Exhale, plant your palms. Good. Let's just step into plank pose. Good. And then lower your elbows. Get down into the ground. Good. Walk your feet backwards. Draw your elbows toward your feet. You're in this nice low plank holding. Still 2 more breaths. Exhale, last one. So as you come down, push your heels back a little bit so the thighs kind of touch down first. And then your toes go flat. You're in a sphinx pose now. Your elbows are still right underneath your shoulders. So your gaze is right at the front edge of your mat. If you'd like to take this a little bit further into seal, you can take your hands more in a V shape, touch the corners of your mat, and then start to press down and lift your elbows from the ground. If it's okay, you can even lift your chin, bring your big toes to touch. Head and toes looking for one another. One more. So coming all the way back down into the ground. Good. As you come down, good. Take your right hand on top of your left. Let your forehead rest into your hands. Good. Inhale. And as you exhale, pull your right knee up to your side. Now I'm going to do my left leg so you guys can see what I'm doing. But you guys do your right side. Good. So your right knee and your right hip are in a straight line, and your foot and your knee are in the other straight line. So it's a 90-degree angle in your leg. So it's kind of like a tree on your belly. It's just another variation. Just one more breath. Yeah, so just begin to stretch that leg long once again. Good. We'll do the other side in just a moment. Take your hands under your shoulders. Bring your elbows to touch. Bring your big toes to touch. Wrap your elbows in tight here. Good. First, just a baby cobra. So that means you're just going to lift your chin and your chest. Good. Engage your glutes, but keep your feet on the ground. Toenails pressing down to the mat. Good. If you want to lift up a little bit more, go for it. If you want to lift all the way up with straight arms. And exhale all the way down. Good. Left hand on top of right. Good. And now your left leg will come up to the side. It's bent to that 90-degree angle. And again, you have that third hand Pressing just gently down on the left knee. And then stretch your left leg long behind you. Good, hands either under shoulders where you were, long to your sides. Good, another way of locus if you want, instead hands maybe behind you or out to the side. I don't have room to my sides. Or even bend your legs. So many choices, good. So either some sort of locus, good, or a bow pulling pose. Let's kick up, lift up. So both ends lifting, good, in your posture. Good, just one more breath. So, good, let it go. Take your hands underneath you. Good, we're gonna keep our knees down, the toes tucked. Good, press your way back. Good, round your back for just a moment. And then walk your knees forwards. Good, either swing your feet to your side or cross your ankles. Make sure you have space behind you. Seat finds the mat. Good. And you're rolling onto your back. Good, slowly. Walk your feet in. Good. We're going to keep the feet planted on this beginning of this first set of bridge, and then I'm going to lift the heels up eventually. So heels down for now. Good. Notice your hips. Are you arching your back? You want to have a pelvic tilt. And then you lift your hips up. Good, your low back. Good, arms. I like to grab my hands underneath myself. Good, or you can also try to reach and grab your heels. The idea is that you're tucking your shoulders underneath you. And when you do that, the weight comes out of your neck. You press the back of your head into the ground safely. Good. Now let's lift the heels up and walk them in. Good. Lift a little bit more to the sky. Put your hands down into the floor for 3, 2. Good. So we're not all the way done here on bridge. Really use your glutes here. Good. Let your left foot come down. I would wiggle it a little forwards perhaps. Good. Your right foot's going to tuck into your left inner thigh for a tree. Slide your right ankle off your left thigh, even for more hip stretch. Press that left hip to the sky. Right knee to the ground. 3, 2. Good. Uncross. Stay lifted. Good. Push your right heel to the ground. So again, it could be a tree, which is kind of cool, or ankle over. Good. And you're uncrossing 2 feet to the mat. One more breath in your bridge. And then slide your hands apart, release, come down. Take a moment to rest here. You have one more back bend. Okay, one more back bend. So again, I'm going to throw out just a few choices. Full wheel, hands back near your shoulders, and you'll come up into a full back bend, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Good. Perhaps another bridge, and you can work your legs one at a time if you want. Good. Maybe you slide a block underneath your low back. Good. You take a supported bridge, and you even stretch your legs out when you do that long. Okay. So if you are coming into wheel with me, good. Your hands are near your shoulder tips. Good. We already talked about bridge setup. Good. So let's lift our way into our posture. Really make sure you can still breathe wherever you are. Your glutes are activated. Find one more breath. Good. If you are up in wheel, your chin tucks into your throat as you come down. Ease your way down. Let the low back find the mat. Good. Stretch your legs out long for a moment. Let your quads, your knees find some space. Give it even a shake. Good. And then walk your feet in towards you. Good. Hug your knees in. Little squeeze in. Good job. Let's roll to one side. Good. Work your way up so you're facing eventually forwards, and I'm going to face front at everybody. Good. I'm going to side my mat. Good. Take your right leg, stretch it out long on a do mirror. Good, tuck your left foot in towards you. Good, so again, it could be pulled in tight. You kind of like tree, maybe move it down lower. Good, I'm gonna give one more option here. Tuck that foot into a half lotus. Good, sort of position. Good, we're gonna reach our left hand, that's not for my right knee. We're gonna reach our left hand down our leg. Good, now if you're in the half lotus, good, you can reach behind them, try to grab your toes back there. It's an Ashtanga posture that I haven't done forever. But if you're like this, maybe you want to reach your right arm over your head. But you can even try to look for those left toes, which is fine, and spin more open to the ceiling. Just watch this right side lifting. Try to root down. So find your third hand, and it's pushing over here on this right leg. Right two. On this left leg, for you guys. And one. Good, come on up. So take your left hand behind you, the right hand up. Good, I'm sorry, I'm glad you guys followed me there. I know I was saying the wrong things. It was right for me. Root a little further. And exhale, come on down. All right, let's switch our legs. So that's your left leg long, your right foot tucked in. Good, so again, tree or maybe that half lotus. Good, left hand down your left leg. Good, right hand over your head. Or wrap your right hand behind you to bind. Good, root down through that right leg. One more. Exhale, coming up. Good, drop your right hand behind you, stretch your left hand up towards the ceiling. Good, you're on your right knee, left foot. Reach up, reach back. Nice. And good, ease your way down. Let's come into Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of the feet in. Take a moment, open the knees. Good, sit forwards on the front edge of your sit bones, flush back. Good, that is very important. Good, thumbs inside, sit tall and pull yourself forwards. Good. So now feel the even stretch through the back, through the hips. Let's go through here. Nice. Lengthen. It's so funny, the song's on the yoga mix. I know this one's like roller skating days. Take two more. This is it. So without force, you can still just stretch a little further. So use your breath. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, melt. Let's do one more. Inhale. And roll your way upright. All right, so you guys are facing forward. So let's just bring the knees in like so. Good, and again, roll backwards slowly with control. 3, 2. Good, hands come down, your knees draw in, feet to the ceiling. Good, I'll finally let you guys go. You're being so patient. Good, flex those feet up. Good, if you'd like to take a full shoulder stand, go for it here. I'm gonna stay just like this. Good, so full shoulder stand, you could use your hands, lift back, your hands would come underneath you. Good, if you're choosing to stay just like so, good, you're gonna flex your feet, push them up to the ceiling. Good, there's always those options of a bent knee, happy baby, or feet to the ceiling. Good, you can come into a straddle on your back. Come into one more tree. Final breath, and then we are gonna do a twist to end. Good, exhale, so let's bring our knees down, good. Stretch your left leg out long. Good. Take your right knee across your body. Left hand will find that right knee. Put a little bit of weight into your left elbow and your right elbow to lift your shoulders up and slide them left. And see if that right shoulder now comes closer to the ground. Good. Take your chin and look right. Good. The right arm is going to reach all the way up behind you. And if you can actually reach and make it active there with your right hand, go for it. If you want to take your right leg and stretch that out long as well, go for it. And we're going to push through both heels. The last couple breaths, inhale. So safely bringing everything in. So relax everything at first, bend your right elbow, bring your head to center, bend your right knee. Good, just come essentially on your back, right foot will touch down and stretch it long. Your arm comes to your side as well. Even the weight out your hips and your shoulders. Notice. And then we'll pull that left knee in. Good, then I have to just scoot a little to my left. All right, so you're gonna take that left leg across your body. So first it's kind of in a bent position. Good, elbows push down, especially your right one. Slide your shoulders right, and then let the left shoulder come down. Right hand on your thigh, left arm up. Good, stretch that right heel away from you. I know we had a little bit of a rocky start there, so if you're walking out feeling lopsided, please that's posture at the end. You reach. Good, and left arm comes in, head comes in, left knee comes in, left foot plants. Good, keep your left knee bent this time. Good, but still even out the weight in your shoulders as you bring your right foot up. Good. Make sure you're even on your mat. Good, arms to your sides, both knees come in one last time. Wrap your arms around your legs. You can lift your head up if that feels good, or try to get a big grip and then head back down perhaps. Thank yourself for showing up here on your mats. So slide out of that hug. 2 feet down on the ground. Stretch them out long. All right, palms open to the sky. Shoulder blades spread wide. little bit of movement. Draw your knees in towards you. And you're still on your back. Kind of crack your toes. Squeeze the knees in. Final movement that feels good there on your back. And then you're gonna roll your way to one side. Eyes stay closed. Face just kind of soft. And when you're ready, you're gonna use your hands, come up to a comfortable seat. Hands to heart center. So I hope this doesn't sound too political. The planet doesn't need more successful people. The planet desperately needs more peacemakers, healers, restorers, and storytellers, and lovers of all kinds. It was graffiti on a wall that I took a picture.
Sounds political.
Forward bend. Namaste. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you so much. I know it was long.
Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. I lost Instagram there at the end, so bye Instagram. Thank you guys. I'm gonna turn this off. Wrap it up. And I can talk to you guys.